Good morning, everybody. I am not feeling well again today, so I'm going to give you your instructions via video, not super long. Kind of an easy day today. First of all, you should have everything researched for your element. So all of your white column is filled in. If you didn't get that done, please finish that first thing today. Once you have all of your characteristics and properties of the element, you are ready to tackle the character traits of your comic book character. So, your topic, I guess I get your activity today. Take a look at the very bottom, is that you are going to create a new comic book hero or villain with characteristics related to the physical and chemical properties of an element on the periodic table. Please keep in mind this is a new comic book hero, so you are not allowed to create or use any kind of character that has already been created. You cannot have Superman or the Incredible Hulk or any, if it's already out there, you cannot use it. Because if you show up at Comic Con and you're using somebody else's character, you're going to get sued for plagiarism, for stealing an idea. So you cannot do that. It has to be unique to you. All right. Remember, personification is a literary device that gives human characteristics to non human objects. So I'm going to take you through rhenium, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I found about the element rhenium and how I would use that to create character traits for a character rhenium. So, as I was going through and researching, this is what I found out. State of matter, rhenium is element number 75. It is a solid, it's silvery black. The color is dull. It is metallic, but it's not a shiny metallic. Um, it's opaque because it's a solid. I did find out that it's malleable and ductile, and hopefully, what you guys know about being malleable and ductile. Malleable means that you're able to pound it into a flat sheet, and ductile means that you're able to pull it into a wire. It is not brittle, it is not magnetic. Melting point, boiling point, very high. In fact, I found out, and I put this off to the side because I would put this in my other interesting information. The temperature in the inner core of Earth is 9,392 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you look at the melting point of rhenium, it's not quite there, but look at the boiling point of rhenium. It is hotter than the inner core. It is hot, sir. If I want to if I want rhenium to boil, to go from a liquid to a gas, I have to use so much energy to do so. It just doesn't happen ever. And rhenium is actually the third highest melting point and the highest boiling point. So, interesting information about that. All right, so once all of this is done, I didn't complete it all because I just wanted to show you guys some examples. On the gray side of your column, the instructions say that you are supposed to link at least 5 physical properties to your comic book character. So you do not need to do every single line, but you'll have to have at least 5 of them. Okay. So I decided I'd go through and do the first several just to give you an idea of some things that you can think about. So, first of all, rhenium is a solid. So, what that means for me is that I have normal human form. If you have a liquid or you have a gas, you have some interesting options for you. I want you to use your imagination. And if your character is a liquid or if your character is a gas, then you can get yourself into maybe some different situations or places that somebody who has a solid form could not. So think about that. The color of rhenium is kind of a silvery black color, which I'm going to use for my hair and my costume. Hair or costume, or maybe a vehicle, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, probably your hair, costume, vehicle. Those are the best things to use. Um, Rhenium is actually dull. It's a little shiny, but I'm just going to say again, my hair and costume. I'm opaque, so that means I can't become invisible. Solid. And I'm malleable and ductile, which you guys know by now that being malleable means that you can be pounded into a flat sheet. Ductile is I can be pulled into a wire. So that means I can change shape. And I want you to think and be really specific about how can your character change shape. I think last year some people said that shift shaping, or actually changing. Maybe you can get into a key, or you can form yourself into a key, or whatever. Possibilities are endless. I want you to think about it. All right. I'm going to move on. When you are finished, shh. Sorry. Come here. Sorry. Just a second. Come here. When you are finished, I want you to brainstorm ideas. Sorry. Shush. Brainstorm ideas. Do you want to be a hero or a villain? And then what is your villain or hero name? You have to have it tie back somehow to your actual element. So if I'll talk to you guys more about this tomorrow, but like so if you're gold, one of the people in the past years, the golden goddess, calcium, somebody said Dr. Cal. You can look up the Latin name for your element. That might be an interesting name. But you have to have it something to do with your element, okay? And if you need help with that, I can help you tomorrow when I come back. And then I need you guys to really take some time and think about, how did your character become a superhero or a villain? Or if you want to do an anti-villain, I'm fine with that too. What's the story? We know that Peter Parker got bit by a radioactive spider, and that's how he becomes Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man all the time, is he? Can he go back and forth? I can't remember. Or like Superman can go back and forth. So at some point, you were a normal human being, and then something happened. Maybe you got, let's see, if you have, like, rhenium is a very rare element, and it's found only in certain rocks, right? What if my person was an archaeologist, and I was digging and I found that and something happened? Maybe you were in a lightning storm, and so your story has to tie in with your element in some way as well. You can't just get hit by lightning and say, whoops, there it is. But if your element is found in lightning, then that could be your story. Be thinking, brainstorming. You don't have to have something today, but I want you to actually, tomorrow when I come back to class, I want to see that you guys have some things written on paper. I've got blank paper up front on my table, or if you want to start a good note, just kind of brainstorming page, I want to see those tomorrow. I'm going to give you points for that. It'll be a completion point. So these are just brainstorm ideas, because tomorrow you're going to create your comic book pages, and that'll take you several days to work through that. But if you don't have an idea of what you want to do, you're going to be overwhelmed, and you're just going to sit there with your comic book right in front of you, and you're not going to know what to do. So I want you to think beginning, middle, and end. Who is your person? Incorporate the maybe the year, or incorporate the location, incorporate the professors or the scientists that discovered your element. Maybe you're working with them. Think about, what were you doing before? What happened at the moment that you changed? And then we don't have to, I want like one or two slides afterwards just to say, okay, this is what we're dealing with now. You are not fighting crime. You are not solving a mystery. You are not doing anything. It's just the story of how you were created. All right, you guys, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.